Did you know we grow most of our perennials here at Colesville? What you're looking at right now is a ton of one of our favorite Rudbeckias. This is a prolific bloomer. It's a really easy, low maintenance Rudbeckia. It doesn't really get too tall, doesn't need a whole lot of pruning to keep it from flopping around. And it does very well in large groups. This is Rudbeckia American Gold Rush. And as you can see, it's quite a rush of gold. These flowers are slightly smaller Rudbeckia flower, only about 2 inches all the way across. The seed heads themselves are about the size of a nickel. Right now that plant is about 18 to 20 inches. They're only gonna get maybe 6 to 10 inches taller. 30 inches would be incredible. Usually they top out between 25 and 26 inches. A nice compact plant. The benefit of growing our own perennials here is that we're ensuring that we have to use a lot less chemicals and fertilizers than plants that come from other places. We're also not shipping things, which means we're not contributing to the spread of invasive species, invasive diseases. Over here we have another Rudbeckia. This is a really fun one to pair with shorter Rudbeckia, like the American Gold Rush. It has a very different flower. As you can see that it's pretty tubular. This is Rudbeckia Henry Eilers. And as you can see, he's a much taller plant. I'd say that stem alone is about 36 to 42 inches. It's the Henry Eilers. Then we've got this super cool new variety that I believe to ultimately get it to continue to hold that color over time would need a little bit of propagation. This is the Rudbeckia triloba Prairie Glow. I guess it gets its name from that little glowing tip on the ends of its petals. Also a tall variety, kind of a different growth habit than the American Gold Rush, a little similar to the Henry Eilers. Quite dreamy in the morning. Those long stems would be wonderful in a bouquet. Also grown right up the hill, very hardy to our area. And a great choice for a drought-tolerant, full sun area. Place with kind of crappy soil. Rudbeckia definitely doesn't need amending. It's a big mistake with it. Over here we have the bloomed out Rudbeckia maxima. This is almost as tall as I am. As you can see, he's towering above other plants. He was in bloom about a month ago and bloomed for about a month. Those make great trellises for beans, especially in gardens where you rotate your crops a lot. Having temporary trellises like that can be really helpful. You also save money and kind of, do 2 things at once by having a trellis that is also a flower, so you can enjoy that and feed the birds and the bees and the butterflies, make your garden better with more pollination. But also, as it is temporary, it goes away once it goes dormant in the winter time, and you don't have to worry about doing much about that. We have more Rudbeckia over this way. This is the Little Gold Star. It gets its name because it has very tiny little prolific blooms. All grown in-house. And then moved up here to our perennial section, just a few a couple 100 meters away. We have another tall favorite over here. This is the Rudbeckia fulgida. Tall stems, simple bloom, and a much later bloomer than the Gold Rush, which is over there. Over here is the Gold Stern. This is a classic. You'll see this a lot. When people think Black-Eyed Susans, this is often what they get. It is definitely used quite a bit, so if you're looking for something a little different, you might want to try one of these other varieties I've shown you today, as they're just a little bit more different and more exciting. The Gold Stern is always a classic. It's tried and true for a reason. A lot of landscapers like to use it due to its hardiness and predictable qualities. We also carry some new varieties called like the Toto Gold and the Denver Daisy. Looks like the Denver Daisies have been cut back for the season, but we do have some nice fat blooms of the Toto Gold for you to see here. If you ever have trouble with Rudbeckia, it's probably because it's too much moisture or over amended soil. They really prefer to not have a lot of water or rich soil.